All right, I'm Nick. I told you guys I was going to get rid of the Canik. I wasn't joking. I didn't think the TTI Combat was a very good system. Overhyped in my opinion, right? We're moving on from that. I'm just giving you guys an average person's viewpoint on pistols. I did trade it for this. Now, I did trade it for this. It did not have the RMR or the flashlight. And that TLR1 HL, really, it fits in a floodlight holster, so that's on there just because I can put it in a holster for guns I don't have holsters for, and I can use it, come out here, I can plink and shoot around. I put the RMR on there this morning. I have already shot close to 200 rounds through this pistol. It's not a bad pistol. I like it. It shoots pretty good. The trigger's kind of interesting. Like anything else I mentioned before, if you're going to shoot something, you really need to buy a gun and you need to shoot it. You need to shoot it over and over and over again, thousands of rounds. That way you're familiar with it. Anytime you go to a different ecosystem, different weapon system, things are different, okay? So I did not zero this RMR. I'm going to shoot it into that little steel target at about 10 yards, 12 yards, and we'll see where it hits. Then we're going to run some plates. Things I have noticed is we don't get locked back is how I hold the pistol. Not the pistol's fault, it's my fault. But I'm going to shoot it. We'll talk about it some more. I'll tell you why, although it's a good shooting pistol and I like it, it's probably not for most people. See where it hits. Dead, pretty much dead center, right? I'm telling you, this is a good shooting pistol, man. I really like it. I really like it a lot, okay? But it comes with 2 magazines from the factory, which is a 24 and then a flush fitting 17. Like a duty pistol, same as a Glock 17. I mean, it's a tack driver, man. Wherever you tell it to go, it goes. Remember, I didn't zero this RMR. It's actually on a Smith & Wesson M&P 2.0 with a 3.6-inch barrel. I've never posted about it before. This thing right here would outshoot that Canik TTI Combat all day for the same price point. Only comes with 2 magazines. One's a 24 and one's a 17, which is pretty much the same equivalent as what you get with that thing. The optics mounting system is super nice too. I don't think I'm going to get rid of this. Like, I have a hard... it's a tough decision. Okay. Lock back. We didn't lock back. Now, I assume that that's my fault. I feel like I am riding the pistol right here when I'm holding the pistol. You know, if I was holding it right-handed, I would be in here like this, and I feel like I'm on that, okay? It's one of those things that you're going, and I don't even think I realize I'm touching it, okay? Ideally, we're going to save a round. We're going to put a round back in there. Let's just put 1 round in there. We will hold the gun with a very terrible grip just to see. We're just going to hold it. We're going to hold it crazy. All right, see, the gun locks back without any issues. I think I hit that. I wasn't even aiming. I just pointed that way and pulled the trigger. So the lockback issue is on me. Now, being left-handed, finding a quality pistol that has good ambidextrous safeties and mag releases, safeties, slide stop, those things are hard to actually find. This magazine release is completely ambi. You can do it on either side. You don't have to switch anything, and it's actually really smooth, okay? If you watch other videos, obviously I can shoot with both hands. Obviously not right-handed as good as left-handed, but I can run the gun with both hands. So actually being able to manipulate it with both hands is very, very nice, all right? Big fan, man. That stuff is nice. Now, me holding the gun up here and constantly riding that, it's not a terrible deal. You won't be able to run the gun as fast because you're going to pull the trigger again. The trigger's going to be dead. You're going to release the magazine. You're going to add a round. You're going to go from there. But it's not going to be able to do it as fast. It's going to cause some hiccups here and there. But, man, is it nice. Oops. Now, when I'm out here shooting, I am shooting around some trees, okay? There are some trees in the way. Oops. So sometimes you see me kind of lean. I'm not leaning to be cool. I'm actually shooting around an object, and we need to get a better camera angle probably so you guys can see that. I'm not a real big fan of this floodlight holster, which I have to come down here for you guys to see it probably. But as far as it using that light and being able to put any pistol that I pick up in a holster, that is pretty nice. Okay, so it's not bad. I'm telling you, this is a nice pistol. One of my biggest gripes is going to be just like the weapon system itself. It's hard to hold new holsters, new everything, okay? Whereas with the Glock or an M&P, you get used to something, you have extra magazines. That 24 round magazine I threw on the ground over there is $73. I do like that. It's not bad. Points well. How many we got left? 2. We got 2 left. Oh, it locked back that time. Really, I'm telling you, it's my grip. It's how I'm holding the gun. And that's just something you got to get used to. You know, you're presenting the gun a different way, holding it a different way. It's interesting, something to get used to. I will tell you that the first magazine or 2 magazines, the trigger was kind of interesting. It wasn't very crisp. It would like go to about right here, and then there's a little more take up before it broke very, very crisp. But man, that's 42 more. So we're close to, we'll say 250, okay? I'm not keeping perfect track. I just don't do it. And I shot, yeah, I'm not sure, around 250. The trigger is broken, though. The trigger is crisp. It is nice. The gun points so well. It shoots so well. I do like that it comes with a threaded barrel. If you have a suppressor, you're going to shoot it suppressed, and it has that gasket on there so it doesn't come off. I know that seems like a little tiny little thing, but man, that's nice. You don't got to worry about your thread protector just falling off when you're shooting, because that happens, all right? Man, that's a smooth shooting gun. I like the grip texture. You know, we live in a world where a lot of these gun companies, a lot of people, I want more grip texture. I want more grip texture. But as soon as you try to carry that on your hip or appendix, super aggressive texture rubs you in all the wrong ways, okay? So those are things I feel like aren't thought about, but we also talk about all the time, man. I say it over and over again. Most people buy the guns, sits in the closet. I made a video, posted it yesterday, that is about most folks don't shoot their guns. And I talked about how you can see wear and tear. Like, you can see that this barrel has all, even at 200 rounds, there are marks from it hitting the slide. And that's because the gun has been shot. It's not just sitting in a safe and being a safe queen. I bought it to shoot it. I buy them all to shoot them. It's the only way you can figure out these things. Trigger breaking in. That's because the gun was shot a lot. It's not snappy. This thing shoots way flatter than the Canik TTI Combat. And I think I'm not crazy. If I remember right, the Taran Tactical Innovations Canik, it was 29 ounces, if I'm not crazy. This only weighs 27. Now, obviously, we got the flashlight on here, but it shot flatter before that, okay? So I put that on here just for the holster, and the holster's doing a good enough job for that. And it makes for a pretty good universal holster when you can just put anything you want to test in there, okay? So we're rambling a bit. I'm a pretty big fan of that gun. The problem is it doesn't fit into very many people's ecosystem of weapons, and I feel like that's the biggest thing. It's hard to go out and pick up this magazine when this thing is $73. That's crazy. That's nuts, man. That's a big price tag, okay? I appreciate you guys watching. If you have any questions, leave a comment below.